Bench testing 1959 Cadillac headlight switch, serial number HS512020, offered by TT Parts. Rebuilding services are available. Run-up test. First test is switch insulated from ground. Second test would be parking and tail lights function. Third test is tail and fog light function. Test number 4, head and tail lights function. Test number 5, dash lights full on and dimmed. 6, dome courtesy light function. This test is being conducted with a fully charged battery, indicating 13 volts. Switch is mounted to a test stand and connected to indicator lights through a designated harness. Test number 1, switch insulated from ground. Using a digital voltmeter for this test. Connecting the leads together, we have tone, which shows that there's a connection. Connecting the test lead to the chassis of the switch. I'm going to probe all the terminals of the switch. And the only positive results from tone we should get is from this ground terminal when we ground the switch using the rheostat. This is the courtesy light connection, so that checks to be normal. Again, we're going to check the chassis ground of the switch against these terminals. A short here would cause an issue with blown fuses. Insulated switch from chassis. That concludes the test number 1. Test number 2 is testing the switch parking and tail light function. First position, this is tail and parking, indicated by a positive and light tail lights and also parking lights. This particular switch has the fog light option, and we're going to switch the fog lights on, and we're going to see the front parking lights go off and the fog light indicator bulb come on. So now we have a fog light indication, front parking lights are off, and it's now switched over to the front fog lights, but the tail lights remain on. Again, this is first position of the switch. Fog lights are on, and we're going to rotate back to just the tail lights and the front parking lights. That's all controlled by this switch here, which shuttles the first position power circuit from fog to tail lights and off. Test number 3 is testing the fog light switch. For this switch to be powered up, parking lights need to be on. First position. Fog and tail. Parking, front parking, and tail lights. Fog light. Parking lights. And off. Next test is for head and tail light function. First position, parking lights. Next position, headlights. And here we see the front parking lights turn off and the headlights come on. Again, parking and off. First position, parking. Second position, head and tail. Dash lights full on and dim. Moving the switch to the first position, parking. The tail lights are on, and we're going to rotate the rheostat and illuminate the dash lights. As we rotate the dash lights, you can see they'll grow brighter. For this test, we'll turn off the shop lights so you can see that rheostat control the bulb brightness. First position, parking, tail lights, dash lights, These are full on. Rotating the switch, dash lights off. Again, increasing the brightness. Full on. Dim. 2 off. Next test we'll be conducting is the dome courtesy light function. Courtesy lights can be turned on by grounding this tab switch here with the rheostat. Rotating the switch will ground the tab with the rheostat and turn on the dome lights. Off. And dome lights can function in any position. Parking. Headlight. Again, courtesy lights. And off.